Okay, quick warm-up game. Get the bugs out, and then I think I'm almost at the second to last, the penultimate tier. So hopefully one more game. One more game to this tier, and then, but who knows? Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. One thing I didn't do is check out that developer update. I think they just talked about maps, though, right? Ooh, Jace 2 Cents has a new video. Might be good. They had a 30-minute timer on just the start of the dev stream. Wow. I guess that gives people time to jump in. Oh, okay. So it's not as long as I thought. It's like an hour. Okay, that's not too bad.
Our Overwatch developer live stream on maps, both voting, reworks, new maps. Somebody, McBrown1010 asked in chat if this was live or if this was going to be pre-recorded.
It's live.
Yeah. So just there's your answer. There you go. It is live. Want to welcome all of you guys here, but also kind of want to go through what we're doing here, what we're hoping to.
Yo, the guy's kind of yoked. Somebody lifts. Right on. Okay, cool. Warm up with Le Weave.
Spend every moment growing into who you truly are.
Quick on our feet, hard to defeat.
Bounding forth. Swaddy.
Hi there. In 3.
I do not wish to be feared, but to be left alone.
Of course. Fireball.
Aye, aye.
Up you go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
You can't.
Defend objective A.
Watch here. Life from life. Lots more options from above.
I think time to kill this thing short. Play the game.
Long by the side. An enemy. I don't think so.
Taking flight. Burning them down. Melted down.
In the flow.
Enemy over here. Enemy here.
Something for the stick. Irrepressible.
Willpower burns within me.
Some healing.
A folding bar.
Life Weaver.
Life protects life.
Personality duplication. Focusing fire.
My tree's gone. Find cover.
Okay. This is where typically I would just switch to Lucio because I just keep dying over and over and over and over again. Because the balance of this game is awful.
Air calls. The warmth of firelight.
One more, I guess.
Enemies here. Enjoying the view? There, an enemy. Feeling better, I think.
Ice. Switch. See, I need something that can actually survive. So my chair is gonna break. Any moment if this chair is gonna like snap in half.
Excuse me. Where does that payload think he's going?
Fall on the floor. Bye bye. Okay, this is.
This is my favorite
I
part.
get the sweatiest. I didn't that boop it.
Look at me go.
What the?
It's tip-top day.
Let's stop that payload in its tracks. Heads up. Eyes open. Back off.
狐の鍵爪を解き放て
Oh, let's break it. No time.
I didn't die there.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Honor.
I always use boop when I'm way too far away.
Breeze.
Amp up this beat.
Also, I don't think my team's anywhere around.
Look at me go.
Yeah, Echo does way too much damage if you just don't have to aim with this character. Who is this? Madison?
60 seconds remaining.
No idea, but it's kind of weird. Wow, dude, this is for a quick play game. This is some of the most cancer shit I've seen in a while. Anything about that?
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
So I'm pretty sure that Reaper's got the... I don't know how many ults they've had, but that's the first one I've seen. I have to sneeze. Yeah, I'm just gonna report this player too. This is just fucking annoying as oh fucking hell. Jesus fucking Christ. Also, if this wasn't a quick play game, I'd probably have some.
Oh, let's break it. Damn! That's what I call. Amp up this beat. Let's stop that payload in the seat.
I'm just gonna leave. This is fucking wild. I think all the bugs are out. Anyway. Let's go. I just need to check for delay issues anyway. Yeah, and I would watch this dev blog, but to be honest with you, I couldn't care less.
Cover before.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2023 was
Okay.
map voting. So there's a group of people that were really passionate about map voting, and you can see this is the early UI of this. Actually show the enemy team 2. We were thinking about doing hero bans and map voting like in one screen at one point, and like what that might look like. But so you can see a lot of the stuff from this early UI though, from Justin on our team actually ended up being in the real UI itself. So some of the changes over time, we wanted to actually not have the enemy team there yet because that kind of flows into hero bans as well, where you won't see the enemy team until like it all populates. And we wanted this to get a little bit cleaner. So there's a bit more space by removing everyone on the right. You see some of the boxes here and there. And then how did the voting ticks, how did the voting roll through? What did that look like? So I think there's another screen here we have that'll show, there's actually some progress here. Yeah, we had some inspirations from some other games that have done similar things, but we wanted to keep it on one screen. This is still a really fun screen. I love this because it actually shows like who voted for what, and it represents all the maps and kind of like this nice visual representation of it all, rather than there's a little bit of counting in your head in the current one. But we wanted to keep it on one screen, just made the flow a little bit easier. But here's another prototype that we were doing.
Love this entire team on the bottom that just went all in on King's Row. It was just like, that's it, we're going King's Row.
Yeah. But so we went through some iteration, and I really love what the team did at the end of the day with the ticks because it just allows it to be.
Choose hero bands. Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Laughing point at the driveless one.
One small step at a time.
Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. No drive, no dribble. I'm newbie AF. Ha 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 ha. Voice chat may be recorded to investigate and verify reports of disruptive
5,
behavior.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
We have company.
Okay, that was quick. Okay, that's not who actually killed me, but let's see.
No, wait. I'm still here.
I have no idea. Back up. Where's the drop? Tank drop.
I'm on my way.
The tank isn't in voice. Okay, alright. Well, there's no point in even being in voice then. That's too bad. Yeah, it's an okay stall, I think. Was it worth? Yo, what are you doing? Okay. I thought it was gonna make me switch spawns. Sure. Little pulsar.
Tank, can you get in voice?
The checkpoint.
Stop the payload. A testament to my skill.
Cool, so I have an Ana who won't heal, I have a frontline who can go with the tank. Wonderful.
Orisa. I'm sorry.
Score 0
Winnable.
to 3.
This
W.
time, I
Switching
will
sides.
succeed.
GR. Tank, if you're in voice I could have told you that our team isn't moving up with you. You're dying alone.
One small step at a time.
I'm with you. Pre-flight checklist complete.
Spend
Running
every
clean
moment
and hot.
growing into who you truly are.
Stay in sight, and I'll keep you safe.
This should be fun.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing.
Well, at least they switched to a character that can actually heal.
I need healing.
Windborn. Better?
Yeah, this game. This shit is so fucking tough. What am I caught on?
Ah, Niran. Really? That should do it.
Working satellite vector!
How the fuck am I? Oh my god. Dude.
Hope blossoms anew.
Shoot the Juno.
Hello.
How is she out front shooting me and taking no damage?
Windborn. Life protects life.
Let the Kitsune guide you!
Seconds remaining. seconds remaining.
Fuck. How am I being CC'd there? Does his hammer CC you? What the fuck is that shit?
Turn it up, turn it up!
Hunting them down.
I think I'm done. Yeah, okay. Well, the game's over. Cool. Way to fuck me on the first game. Pretty standard. Wow, that shit wasn't even close. No idea. I'm reporting anyway because the game wasn't even close. I'll be honest with you, with a lot of these games, I might not even finish comp drives this time. The way the game is balanced, half the time you can't even play. Look at this, I went 6 and 8. Like, what the fuck, dude? And nobody shot at the fucking Juno? Jesus fucking Christ. Holy shit. Like, their damage isn't even that bad. Yeah, and this fucking player right here. Holy shit. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, weird. Very weird game.
Select your hero. Select heroes to ban. Traveling to New Queen Street.
I'm gonna destroy this lobby. High flank, want some more? Yay.
Ngay sa hại.
Best Widow NA. Every widow says they'll destroy the lobby and then they throw.
Hello. The air.
5, 4,
Enjoying
3,
the view?
2.
I already reported
One.
you for sniffing. I'm telling them right now.
I'll find my own paths. Kokoyo?
Ready? I am. For you.
I'm here. The breeze brings relief. Stop their barricade. What's up?
That shows them why it doesn't pay to face the enemy.
Feels good, huh? Time to try again. No. We lost the lead.
Stand behind me, friends.
Guys, consider I've got you.
Crusaders! We must stop the enemy! No!
I'm with you. I truly feel I'm on fire! On fire! Restoring balance. Let the Kitsune guide you! Yes! We got the robot! My gift to you. Freeze! Yahi parambasta victahe!
Enemy forward spawn.
狐の鍵爪を解き放て I'm on fire! Breaking me down just builds me up.
No one can hide from my sight.
Sterilize them now. Enemy over here!
Let's go, team. Time to push.
Any chance you swap?
I should think that one over again.
Yeah, I just want to point out here, they've been down one, like the vast majority of this game, and my team's like, we're barely winning.
Backslash Y this guy you pro. You make the game even. Rage quit. Got PC. The servers are fucked. IG they are looking into it.
I mean, my team's pretty bad. I mean, it's basically 4-5.
We were going to lose either way.
Pushing ahead.
Approaching the final destination.
Holy fuck, I'm avoiding like half of my team. Look at this. This Lucio won't even speed me in.
Get it.
10 seconds remaining. Approaching the final.
Let's go, team.
Victory.
GGS. GG, sorry for lever.
Nope. Nope. Oh shit, it gave me the... Did I finally... Ugh, thank God. Okay, cool. Alright. Alright, it's all easy sailing from here. Alright, I'm not going to crash out anymore. Alright. Cool. I just wanted that one tier, at least. So, okay. Smooth sailing from here. I can relax. Although that first game was some baloney. Baloney. If 4 people on their team, I still died 6 times. Actually, no, I'm going to break really quick. Okay, all right. Let's have some fun. Let's get screwed over by the matchmaker, and yeah, do some more D-ranking. Sounds like fun to me. Woo! Already loving it. Yeah, I mean, really, I just wanted to hit this this last one, and then just kind of grind a little bit. And if I don't get it today, it's not the biggest deal. Not the biggest deal, but it would be nice to finish it out. All right, I'm just going to... What am I going to do? What am I talking about? Okay, this is the Overwatch. Play. Oh, okay, I closed it out. Yeah, let's go. History, I kind of want to check out the dev blog. Let me see. Where is the dev blog? Let's see, switch account. There it is.
Allows it to be. Represents the boat, also represents how you're able to roll through it, and then keeps up one solid screen. So
Okay.
Choose heroes to ban.
Let's see what our tank wants to ban. And 2 people not banning anything. All right. Okay. Cass and Lucio.
Welcome to Blizzard World.
Okay. They want Cass and Lucio banned.
Medusa.
In Flow, spend every moment growing into who you truly are.
They say you're a good shot. Hope you don't mind that I'm better. I know more than anyone that a head that big is an easy target.
One small step at a time.
He will play Hanzo.
Whatever awaits us, I am prepared.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A. Enemy contact.
Enemy over here. Guys, I'll sway my I can help you. Thank you for assisting.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
I stand with you. Locked out from the payload one by one.
Yeah, what is my team even doing right now?
You are too kind. Welcome to orbit.
Creeper one. Team fucking sucks, dude. Holy shit, like kill something. Fucking A. Dude, everything is low right now.
Little something.
You are safe with me.
I will achieve it next time. I think.
Got a touch. Hanzo's above us, I think.
Our enemy
Target's locked. Let's increase our pace. Enemy here.
Movement just won't work.
Nate, can you get out? I got nano for you. Come out.
Maximum velocity.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Whoa! He's a witch!
I am on fire.
None of this administered.
She whip for fun, she whip.
Stop the payload.
Team kill. 30 seconds remaining.
Hold this position.
Duck 10 seconds remaining.
No kills.
This is why I don't like having ammus.
Round 1.
Greetings.
Score 0-2. Switching sides. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Do you think he's gonna play Rain on Def?
Amid discord, we will find tranquility.
Don't worry, I'll be right
Battle
behind
draws
you.
near. Ready yourselves.
Hey. Follow the rules. Damage intensified.
Have you heard the reports? A mass vigilante has been running rampant in Kyra.
Well, let's hope they're swiftly dealt with.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
I'm here for support. Give it to him.
Until I don't play. Okay.
I can't see over there.
Zeit für einen neuen Plan.
It's fine.
Checking in.
You can drop off that ledge so I can get you after that.
Heightening your capabilities. I see an enemy. Get them off. Right on you.
We will take this area together.
Sustaining augmentation. Heads up. Over here.
Reload. Can you ping the sniper when you die, please?
Heroes never die.
أنا ما حدش يقدر علي.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
We're running back.
Someone better get ordering because I want to roll.
Join me in defending the payload.
Not on my watch.
Do something!
Sleeping?
Go
get her! Stay purple!
ชีวิตปกป้องชีวิต
Full charge TT.
Don't worry, I'll patch you up. They have us outnumbered. I must return to my post. Checking in. Sniper, be careful.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Their tank cross arms back up.
Ladies and gentlemen, heroes never die. Activating healing stream. Ultimate is ready. Enhancing your strength.
Get in there, Bob! Огонь по готовности!
ชีวิตปกป้องชีวิต
I think you can move it.
GGM.
Alright then. Good game.
GG. Good job, guys. GLNM. Having passed inventor Ben
All right. Let's see what they're
We can
saying
make
with
this
this map.
as seamless as possible. We want map voting and hero bands to not add a
Map
ton
voting.
of weight to your time before you get into the actual Overwatch match.
Makes sense. So like, obviously we got a lot of data with hero bands that we've been through in our weekly recall blog previously. If you haven't read it, you should. But Lav, what are we looking at with map voting?
Yeah, so, obviously we're going to see which modes and which maps are more popular than others, but I think what we're going to directly take from that is how does that influence what reworks we do? Season 19, we're already getting started on some reworks for the end of the year. I know, George, you're working on some of those already, but we already do surveys that influence that, but this is more like behavior in game, so it would be a little bit different to see how that results or compares to some of our surveys.
Yeah, so I would say if there's one thing you take away, I would want you to take away knowing that map voting is going to help us have data and understand what you like and what you don't like, and then we can go and we can have more reworks, because we really want to keep updating our maps and levels in the future, and it's just invaluable data for us to get. So we know what maps we can kind of keep reworking.
And pitting maps of the same mode against each other, I think is something everyone's always at least the group I play for, we love playing on Control. But I was like, okay, which maps in particular though? So yeah, I'm excited to see that all go live pretty soon. Yeah.
Fantastic. And speaking of, I guess your team or what maps you like, how has the map voting been received internally in our play tests?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we keep going back to the Kingsborough wins a lot. But it's good to see sort of the split of who likes push on the team, who likes Flashpoint, who's actually more of a hybrid player in particular. Yeah, I think overall though, I think there's always this moment in the lobby where people are in team chat, they're typing okay, let's vote for this, and then you see the roll, and then it ends up on the one map that someone voted, just one person voted for. It's who did that? But it's just a great time. I think there's as I said, a little social experience before you get into the game, and hopefully that creates a nice moment for the teams.
Fantastic. Well, I'm really excited to do map voting. Really excited for 90% of my games to be on Kings Row. But as I'm sure most people in chat probably feel similarly. But now I'm going to jump it over. George, I want to chat with you because we're chatting Suravasa rework.
Oh yeah.
Also New Junk City rework. So walk me through the philosophy that you and the team had behind all of our Flashpoint maps and.
Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Okay, so long sightline map. We were kind of really good for this. So I think I'm gonna lock Weaver unless it doesn't work. They're really heavy
Spend
diable.
every moment growing into who you truly are.
Not as quick as I used to be, but I'm still the fastest gun in the New West.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
Let's get this show on the road.
That should do it.
Okay. Well, that's why nobody likes playing tank. Right there. Okay, wrong rotation. Okay. Gotcha. It's really unfortunate because I could save the tank there. But damage is so high, I just can't. I can't get a visual that he dies so fast.
Feeling better, I
Enemy in sight.
Okay, why are we?
Over here. catch up. I know we can. Something for the stage.
There's the venture. Oh my god.
The enemy took control of the robot.
Duplicating venture.
There, an enemy. An enemy. Bounding forth.
Okay. We'll just go ahead and call team diff right now.
A touch of your growth. Irrepressible. Eyes here.
Potions of deep power.
Safety numbers. The warmth of firelight.
Why am I reloading? Am I actually out of ammo?
Enemy target located.
Windborne.
I was charging Blossom and then I just went into a reload animation.
Come here, will you? Step ladder. Life protects life. Lots more options from above. Long by the silo. My trees gone. Find cover.
Enemy trapped here.
Excavation initiation.
Better off with me.
Nano booster. Minute.
Shoot it or bomb shoot it.
Hostile spotted.
Voice again.
Duplicating reaper.
Safety numbers. Time to spring. Bounding forth. I believe the robots better off with us, don't you?
What the fuck? Dude, I have so much time in this game, and it's like how's that character allowed to move so fast? You're not allowed to punish that character.
Take cover. The tree's gone. Up you go. That should do it.
Duplicating venture. Your team has
Time to spring. The lead is ours. That merits celebration.
forward spawn.
Not bad. Not just bad.
Life protects life.
Got the robot. Don't let him get away.
Brakes running off too much. I died off of bot. I don't know.
Both blossoms and
I don't know if they're chasing or what, but should have just played bot.
always helps. There, an enemy over there. Enemy here. Something for the
Duplicating Reaper.
Shirit, perform Shirit. Up the ladder.
Clearing the area.
All systems on optimal level.
The robot could use our guidance. Over there. The warmth of firelight.
Forward squad.
In the flow.
He took the robot. Don't let it move a single step.
Nope. No, back it on up. Back it on up. Back it on up. Back it up.
Can't have it getting worse. Life protects life. Feeling better. Feels forward. Take care.
Duplicate.
Somebody explain to me what the fuck just happened. Full health, I just went to 0 instantly.
They took the robot. ฉลาดกันนักนะเอ๊ะหรือเราโง่เอง
Last chance to win this. Get the robot. Targeting hostile.
Shirit, perform Shirit.
No, that was not the play. Not the play.
If
Take
they
the
lose the
pedal
robot,
up.
they lose everything.
Dude, I give up. I give up.
Better up high as me. The warmth of firelight. In the flow.
Step right up.
Watch us do this.
Come here, they're catching up. Push them back.
Let's put an end to this.
Life protects life.
Probably a terrible game.
it together.
GG. Wishing you all the best.
Alright.
Close game. GG.
Play of the game.
Maybe it's the next time, guys.
Yeah, our team kind of cleaned their clock a little bit.
Flopch point reworks.
So we really wanted to tackle Servasa and New Junk City with our new map Atlas. We learned a lot of new things, and just watching how people play and knowing that people don't like that. Like, unfortunately, people don't like the map and mode as much as we want them to, and so we are like looking at it, like really understanding what people want, like what we can improve upon. And so we're trying to make it just much more clear, like how people can get to points. So we have this philosophy of we want to make much more grand entrances. And so as you'll see, as we do the fly-throughs later on, everything's just much more in your face. It's much easier to tell where to go. We want much less snaking throughout the map. We just want you to know where to go, and we don't want you to get lost in the map. So we're really, really, really working on just making everything have much more clarity and minimizing everything. Just have players get to the point. We want you to fight on the point. And yeah, so basically I can show when we do the fly-throughs, there's a lot of little like level design tricks and art tricks that we're doing to improve upon it. But I think you'll like it a lot.
So going into the first one, like Servasa, what were the important things on that map in particular compared to some of the others?
So we actually, for the most part, like how Servasa plays relative to New Junk City. For the most part, it's a map that people like more. And so essentially we changed, or I changed half the map. And so essentially there's a lot of awkward like nooks and crannies that people could kind of like split up from their team. There wasn't like clear, obvious paths. And so just simplified a lot of geometry, just made it much more clear where you're supposed to go. And then just removed a lot of line of sight blockers that would confuse players. And another thing we're trying to do is we want to increase the identity of each of the control points, because sometimes things blend together. Wait, here's an...
Yeah, I agree. Servasa is a better layout, I think, than New Junk City. Junkertown, Escort. Yeah, let's get rid of these. Try anyway. Try to get rid of these. The tank wants to get rid of Zen, but not Widow. Okay. All right. I'll get rid of Doom, I guess. Yeah, these are okay.
Welcome to Junkertown. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Spend every moment growing into who you
Oh my god, what the fuck, dude?
Sailors on the move! Let's stop it!
Okay, I don't know what the fuck this position is, but okay. dead already. They're staying really tight. I don't know how we can't get literally any hits at all here. That's super weird.
It's not always gonna be a
Super weird.
At a time.
Of course, no peel. Our team just lets them walk in. Very nice. I don't know what their tank is doing, but their tank has been full health the whole time. Alrighty. This is also pretty broken right now.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Tracer dying again. Is this a DPS div? Is that what's going on here?
My ultimate is ready. Orbital ray is ready. Orbital ray is ready to fire. There's one here. Positioning healing combo. Get in there, Bob. Payload is progressing. We must stop them. Welcome to orbit.
Our team just never showed up. Okay, gotcha. Our Tracer is terrible. I don't know if they're trying to spawn camp or what, but I never see them on the fight. Yeah, we lost that. Okay.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
I mean, I can just tell this is a massive team diff right here. Like they must be stacked or something. Like they're all clustered together. Like our tank just runs in. There's like nowhere good for me to stand here.
GJ.
Do we even have? We do. We have an Ashe. She just won't shoot the Freya.
10 seconds. 5, 4. Next time. Welcome to orbit.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
Such a cheese comp they got. ACC giving me headache.
Yeah, these count drives are fucking exhausting.
Here's an example of a before and after shot we have. So for here in particular, this was a bad choke point that a lot of teams would fight at and die, and so it was really hard to push onto point here. And so one thing I did is basically I just opened it up. Just want to open it up much more for the players. So we want you to get to point. We want you to fight over there. I don't want you to fight right here. And then also it's just nice because it frames the tempo much better. And so there's things like this where it's just like it's much easier to see where you're going, where large POIs are in the distance. That's where we're really, really trying to push for these reworks.
Yeah, because you talked earlier about like some of these things get broken down or they get shrunk so you can actually just see where the point is or the entrance to the point a lot more easily from far away.
Yeah. Yeah, and so like this is an example of it's just kind of in your way. People kind of can get when they're moving around in towards corners, people kind of get lost and people split up around it. And this is right outside the spawn room. So this is before where you can't really see what's going on. And removed it and basically made a recessed area where it still has a decent line of sight covers to protect you It's a little harder to like spawn camp the spawn point, but essentially the wall right there used to be parallel with the pavilion, and essentially I angled it so it faces the spawn point. So right when you're in the spawn point, you know exactly, oh, that's where it's going. It's like it's facing me, it's greeting me, and you don't have to get stuck or split up. And so that's kind of like the philosophy of like I want you to see where you're going from like further away, and I have to like figure out where you are or where you're going like as you're at the point.
Like that entrance to the ruin point now just feels like a lot more attractive. So it's to point out. Also, the health pack is way more accessible too.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have any out there until we've been going through this. I'm like, oh, that's useful. I actually think we're able to kind of fly through the map so that we can kind of see a little bit more on the different things that you change. Fantastic.
So here's what is a spawn point entrances, and so this area, if you remember, there was like a big old wall right there, and so basically we still needed that line of sight blocker, like kind of made a step wall, and this area right here used to be this big chunky square building that had like a door you entered into, and then there was like you like sneak around it, and so people would kind of get split up and like stuck in here. And if you're coming from the ruins point going to the palace, people would split up from each other. So just really wanted to simplify this. It's important that we have a line of sight blocker here, just so you don't get shot from really far away, and then just for memory, like the further you see in the game, like the worse it is for the memory either. So stuff like that's really important.
Zero audio on a bastion.
Just wanted to simplify this, to get a single wall, and then I framed it with the trees to kind of incentivize, like, hey, just go through here. This is like a simple like in-your-face entrance to go through. And then the trees are nice too because they act as like sight blockers from the sides. Before we used to actually just have like a big huge wall right to the left here, and by making it steps, it feels like a little more organic and you can see a little bit, but to compensate for it, basically like
yeah, I love like mobility right out spawn too. Like, rather than having like snake through, you have like the straight line mobility. It was like I didn't get the most out of that. But yeah, this wall getting knocked down. Yeah, instead like now you can see where the entrance to the other point's gonna be. It's a lot easier. I don't think people really even know that's an area right now, like on live as much, or they don't utilize it as much as we like maybe one. Because like it's just hard. You don't like put your head over to the left or right and turn around on the floor because it has that wall. Yeah, a little bit big.
And so if we go to this corner over here, this is what we talked about a little bit before with the pavilion. Remove that, just like angle that wall to look at you. Brought up the door.
These two are definitely duoed or something.
So it's just like much more like, hey, this is the point. This is where you go. Because what would happen often as well in our playtest that single players do is when we had a pavilion here, people wouldn't use the side entrance to go to the ruin point. They would actually go all the way down to the market and then use that entrance over there, and that was like a longer run through. Or sometimes they go through a little door, and so basically we wanted to show players, hey, this is like the closest way to the point. We like really wanted to incentivize that.
And one thing that, you know, if you look at the point right now, like you see there's new vines there.
Yep. Right? Yeah, so if we go over to the point, I have a new little lightning route over there I added as well. But yeah, we wanted to basically people can use these points a lot, like this temple. The other one was temple, this one was ruins, so basically we wanted to really push the ruins going. Like again, this is like still a work in progress, but we wanted to just bring a lot more vegetation and vines in here. Just kind of give it like a much stronger identity. Like there's a really cool like tree kind of growing down the rooftop.
Oh yeah, I've been looking all over coming down.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
But the thing too with the tree though is like people don't look up. Like in every game, people just don't look up. So it's just one of those things where it's like a nice little detail of like lost on players. So it's straight ahead. And so it's bringing it down for like line of sight for players.
And if you try to get glimpse of there, you have to go on to the point itself. There's water here now, so it definitely has that feeling of this
Wait out the
overgrown.
Yep. And then one thing that I love, basically we added a platform right there, halfway up the stairs. This stairs was just a huge death trap for people. You would just go down it and just get blasted. And basically, we just wanted to have people use this a little more control to the side. And so you have like a little bit of cover at the columns here, and so it's just nice to kind of get in there and have a little protection. Or if you're like defending the point, kind of get that little high ground right there as well. So it just adds like new rotation to this point that I think plays out pretty nicely.
Yeah, this one's played out really well. I also love what you did sort of actually getting off this point though. Say you win this point, there's a new route that actually gives you the next point over here on the left. It's like Haven.
Yep, a tank I can
Added a little cave flank
Alright.
here. So to go between the rooms and temple points,
Is the hook?
to go
Sorry.
back to the central market and then back to the temple. But between the gardens and the palace,
Nice.
the cut through is similar to this. So basically wanted to kind of mirror that on this side. It's more of a flanky route because it's pretty tight. And you have two ledges next to you, so you can kind of get pooped off. So we don't want to make it like too strong, and so you're still
I'm gonna take some space.
at risk of getting thrown off the map a little bit if you're taking a shortcut. But yeah, this has been a nice little organic path we were able to add to these points.
So what about Temple Point? We were talking a little earlier, and I think the point itself looks different now, like in terms of the trim being brought out.
Yeah, so in addition to
sorry.
design changes, for our artist ratio did a pass on just a lot of little details that honestly I like to do I forgot to this. But basically did a pass. We just kind of wanted to do two parts of it. Wanted to like
It's a 2v4, I think.
Silver diamonds. A lot of that you see at the very top of the temple, but again, it's like, why are you gonna look up if you need to like worry about everybody on the ground?
So like all the Pharah players and Mercy players got to enjoy all that
they get
cool
to,
stuff.
they get to enjoy it. So just like they brought a lot of the details down so you can kind of see it a little easier. And they just kind of updated some of the trim and some of the art. So there's a bunch of little like through here and the city as well, which is like take up the art a little bit.
And what about fighting on this point or the route? The new flanking route. What do we have here?
So this point, for the most part, other than the cave, is the same, except for at the entrances, where I showed earlier that everything's kind of widened up. So if you go towards the corner gate, towards the point, actually, there's a little bit there.
It's kind of peeking right there with the lighting.
Yeah, so there's a little right there. It's mirrored over by the ruin side
Hey,
as
Tank,
well.
keep in mind when you go into
People
runes,
come in
we
here,
can't see your health bar, so I have no
and
idea
if you
what
go
your health
towards
is.
the main
FYI.
gate right there
GG.
and look
Thanks.
towards the point.
GG.
Yeah, this is everything that's like kind of been widened up a bit. Like the stairs have been pushed back, and yeah, it's just much easier to get in. Just wanted to like widen it up and not get stuck in there.
Now let's flip the camera like 180 real quick. I think one thing, if we just go forward, you used to just be a lot of interference right here. Like people would like kind of hold you. It's kind of hard to get through because I mean even the route on the right was pretty congested. It
Yeah.
seems like that's a little bit more opened up too. So how's this played out?
I think it plays way nicer. Like one of our philosophies is when people get stuck in these chokes in these flashpoint maps, and then you lose a team fight at the entrance, like we don't really like that. It doesn't feel great, especially if the defending team has the point and they're getting percentage points and you're not able to even get on point. We don't really want that to happen, so we basically try to make it a little easier to push into point. And since like we widened up that passageway as well, like there's little things like this fence right there by the pit was brought up just a little bit so people can't shoot you from point. And so we had to like pay attention to like that's one of like the tricky things we need to pay attention to in level design is like, especially for flashpoint maps, I'm like want to widen up all the choke points, but then by doing that you have a lot of long line of sights, and then so it's like a little push and pull, making sure that you can't get sniped from a mile away from opening up these chokes. But yeah, this is nice because the people get on the point much easier.
What other challenges were you trying to solve for with this map? Obviously chokes, movement, trying to keep people from keep people from fighting off the point, so you're actually fighting on the point.
Yeah.
Are there other challenges that you guys were running into?
Yeah, like we still want people to have fights on the way to point. So that's what, like for this the recessed area here, we still like wanted to create like a fun little area you can fight around. You have things to rotate around and things like that. But we want you to be able to ignore that and get from point A to point B as fast as possible. And so it's just finding creative solutions of how do we get you there quicker and not have to snake and move around things, and how do we prevent teams from splitting up. And because before, one of the biggest things for this point was people would go through that little door to the left. They'll go to the right. Some people go past this, like towards the market. And so basically just kind of pointing teams and like, hey, this is the route you should be taking.
This is where you should be going. This
Yeah.
is foolproof. I appreciate that.
If we could actually just go to the left here outside of it, one of the other things I really love about some of the changes you made to Saravasa is a lot of these structures are just lower now.
Yeah.
And then the archways or some of the details of them are higher, so you actually know where you're going from a distance, right?
Yep. So this so essentially this pillar used to cover the doors entirely of the market. So if you were by spawn, you couldn't really see the doors, or if you're coming from the garden, you couldn't really see the temple door. So basically pulled it all down so it still acts like we still want it to be a line of sight blocker. It's important to us, but we brought it down, and then for the entrances, they're the same size, except for those arches have been pulled all the way up, and then we added that like neon light to it so you can see it from far away. And we did the same thing for both the ruin and the temple entrances. Basically brought everything up. You can see from further away. That was our biggest thing, is that people would often get stuck in the alleyways, and we didn't want people to get stuck and lost in the alleyways, and so just making everything like had much more clarity to it.
Not just having to use like the global like in-world waypoint to get to the point. It's like,
so,
oh no, here's like here's where you are, here's where you need to go.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go on to market actually.
Let's go inside.
So I've always thought this point plays out pretty good in terms of like, there's some high ground here, people get to wrap around. Any new additions to this one in particular?
Yeah, for this one didn't want to make too many changes to it. One thing I did though is if you go to the side and look at the boxes.
The boxes.
The boxes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Added some boxes for people to jump up on. So you can get you can get up on point now without having to go onto the staircase. So it's funny because like sometimes the smallest change is like the biggest change, if that makes sense, where this is gonna like change up the flow a lot for players just to get up there. Because normally you could just like stay up on point, and if they don't have like high mobility heroes, you can just like hang out by the staircase and just kind of keep people off. But now it gives brawlers and heroes like that options to get up there, which as a Rhine main, I want to get up there. Yeah.
It felt really good.
Yeah.
I like that.
So, yeah.
All right. And then I know there's the thing up at the front entrance here. Yeah, because with changing from having like high ground. So
yeah, so
walk me through some of that.
Yeah, this one was interesting because there's a little bit of high ground here, and so basically in old iterations we try to make the high ground work. But if you remember, there used to be a bunch of boxes that were like awkwardly placed, and there are boxes because there's not much room around here to give players clearance to jump up to a second layer, and basically we didn't really like how players were playing on it. It was kind of like some people like having that space and others don't, but at the end of the day there's just kind of awkward fights that would happen out front, and so we wanted to just kind of simplify it all a lot and to get people onto point and have people focus on having fights at point a lot more than worrying about people up on the high ground.
So I know we've got 2 other maps, but I really want to talk about some of the stuff that changed in on the Palace point, because we were talking about this earlier, and this point is super cool. So.
Yeah. So for this one, this is nothing really changed for this from a level design standpoint, but this is an example of Art coming in and kind of doing a pass over things. They added a lot more gold trim to the palace because they wanted it to feel much more like a palace. Like it used to be kind of like a beat up old fountain in the center there now, and it has like a gold flower. I think you called it an egg earlier.
I did, and it's not an egg at all.
Well, from a distance.
A gold egg.
It was from a distance. Yeah, no, that is definitely not an egg.
Yeah, so just like they just really wanted to kind of sell the palace feel a little bit more.
Comes through. It's really nice.
And if you go to the entrance and look at the wall, I like the wall. It's cool. Yeah,
Oh,
they,
yeah.
they added
Oh, God.
like it's just like little details like this
So
where they just
dope.
like added a nice, really cool like material to it that make it pop a lot more than what used to be there.
And it follows that theme, like grand entrances, not just on the point
Yeah.
itself, having those details that are, they're more thematic, but you know from far away, it's like, oh, that's the point we need to get to. 'Cause
Yeah.
it looks so much different than the other ones.
Yeah, that visual identity per point.
Yeah,
For sure.
And I'm excited to get to Atlas later, so we can show people the culmination of our grand entrances.
Fantastic teaser. And also just to call out one last thing with this last point, because I know Saravasa is one of the more liked on our Flashpoint maps.
Yep.
You were saying this one very light touch on this point.
Yeah, we didn't change this point.
Oh, okay. So not the lightest of light, as
We
in
like- we
no,
like- we
no
like
touch.
this
Yeah, there's good
Yeah.
flank routes. You got like the edge there if you want to boop anybody off.
Yeah, we like this. So, like this actually has a really this is a good example of this has like a really strong visual identity. Like people know what this map this point is. The temples though, it's just like they kind of just blended together. So we just wanted to do that, just make everything have like a much stronger identity, like in general for all of our points. And so we're trying to push that a lot. And a lot of that too is just like communication. If people are like, hey, let's go to the temple point, and there's like three points of
temples.
like
Which
temples.
one?
Yeah, so we're trying to like solve that a bit by making everything feel very different for all the Flashpoint maps in general.
Very cool. There was one point that we didn't touch on in the philosophy earlier. So I think we're also exploring some logic changes to which Flashpoint point actually unlocks next, right?
Yeah, so to kind of, there's a lot of like, it's a highly contested mode, and there's a lot of, like people feel like it's unfair with some of the run back times or just how the logic's chosen. So we're trying something different. It's a work in progress still, but essentially how the logic works is if you win, so whoever wins the first central point, the second point will be lose your favorite side. And then after that, we're getting rid of diagonal.
It's like crossing through the middle.
Yeah, cross through the middle. So basically what it'll do is it'll randomly choose between adjacent points, and then it'll kind of keep doing that. And so we're getting rid of a little randomness from it, and there will be some, you'll be able to predict it a little bit more, but we're just like testing it out a lot, and we feel like this feels a lot better than having the diagonal run across. It's
from one end of the map to the other necessarily for some.
Yeah, and there's always like a straggler on your team, right?
Yeah.
Like they get caught, they're in Ana, they're behind you. It's
yeah,
like,
just from like
sorry.
a lot of research and like looking at players, how they play, a lot of issues people would have is like, for instance, like for like all players, but some players would, I don't want to call, I'm not calling anybody out.
It's fine.
But,
It's fine. You can call me out. It's fine. It's fine.
But sometimes you win a point, and then a diagonal point would unlock, and then some of your team would go one way. Basically, people would like split up into 3 groups, which we don't like. We want people to kind of stick together. And then sometimes people, even though we have a giant like this is the enemy forward spawn symbol, some players would just run like directly across the forward spawns, and then get killed, and then your team yells at you, and then we're basically like we're just trying to like reduce that.
Runa Sapi, one of my favorite maps, actually.
Welcome to Runasapi. Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Another day, another battlefield.
They say you're a good shot. Hope you don't mind that I'm better. I know more than anyone that they had that big, an easy target.
Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
Time to get this rolling.
Don't wait up. I got you. Come on. Happy again. Everyone's getting better. I'm the cream of the crop.
The robot's pushing our barricade.
You're going to. Reloaded. Stay alive.
Forward spawn activated.
My ultimate is ready. Big performance. Ça, c'est prescription docteur. Reloading.
Homing sleep. Sleep dart.
It's not over yet. Amplification matrix ready.
This ends now.
Bring in the rain!
Nano boost admit.
Get in there, bro.
Who's that you, Mia?
It's King Kong. Let's kick this off.
Let them out.
Okay, I can't even see who's shooting me.
Clear out.
It's getting like really annoying. Shot me through the armpit of
Even
the
the
bot.
feet looks flawless on Baptiste.
Okay. It just doesn't feel like what I'm seeing. It just doesn't seem consistent with what's happening. I'll have to watch the VOD, I guess. I just feel like I'm not seeing them.
I'm on fire.
Forward spawn activated.
Very weird.
Slotting out the dig site. Even like he got.
Starting to push. A little medicine goes a long way. Stay near the immortality field. Get in the immortality field.
Approaching the final destination.
Complete recovery.
Yeah, see what I mean? Like I can't even see them. I literally can't even see through the. And then the Hanzo just walks up. Yeah, and then the game tells me it's the Moira that killed me. Okay,
It's not over till it's over.
gotcha. I think damage might be a little too high when you have no idea like where you're taking damage from and what's happening. I think that's kind of a telltale sign.
You're going to be fine.
Dude, like I feel like they can see me. Okay, you just walled yourself off.
They got the robot.
Pushing the barricade. Let's get you all.
The other supports are healing me there. It just gave Zarya a
Not
free
every
kill.
day
Okay.
gives you a second chance.
Too difficult to heal, I guess.
Get in there, Bob.
Watching the robot. Like new again.
That's why our tank keeps leading.
Everyone's getting done better.
Why is no one helping me ever?
Get in here! You up!
Wait! Their barricade shouldn't be moving.
On essaye ça encore.
This ends now.
This is mine. We're here to be a herald.
Stop that barricade in its...
They got us outnumbered.
Charge the warrior.
Plotting out the dig site. I'm on fire.
Not gonna try anymore, dude. I hate this team.
Maybe I'll try something different this time.
I already hate this team. Dying for no reason at all.
Enemy's got the robot. Don't let him get away.
Robot's ours.
Огонь по готовности.
Turn it up, turn it up!
If they push any further, we'll lose our lead.
Back in control.
60 seconds.
This ends now.
The enemy took control.
10 seconds.
It's go time.
You want that louder?
GGF. GG.
That a bit, and we think the removing the diagonal runs helps a lot.
I love it. Let's jump into New Junk City, because I know that there was quite a bit of changes on this map.
Okay, New Junk City is kind of a beast.
Yeah.
Where did you start? What were the problems you were identifying early on?
This is a crazy map. It's like no surprise, like people's least liked map. So basically, we sat down, like really looked at it, and so much of Servasa, a lot of it's just like we're just trying to let players know where they are, because one of the biggest things is just like you get lost so easily in this map, and a lot of it was just like things blended together, just the routes, like people weren't sure where to go. There's too many options for them, and so a lot of it's just like grand entrances, simplifying paths. We changed some of the color coding for the art, and we're just you'll see when we do the
We have some before and after shots that we can pull up here.
Yeah, we'll do the before and afters. Yeah, so here's an example.
So tall.
Yeah. Here's an example of like when you spawn, you get out of the spawn point. You have to, the hammer mill main path is around the corner. But again, it's just like you can't see where you're supposed to go, and like the walls are so high that people would actually get lost around here by spawn, which is what we didn't find ideal. Like we want you to know exactly where you are, and sometimes people would get lost where, like which side of the map was I on? Like am I on my side of the map or am I on the enemy side of the map if they're by these buildings? And part of that too is just like you don't have any like POIs or like focal points in the distance or in the sky to look at, and so
If somebody doesn't know what a POI is.
point of interest.
Fantastic.
So just like a big object that you can follow. And so
Whoa.
yeah, so
Big difference. Oh my god.
just chopped off a bunch of the rooftops. And so because like the New Bomb Flats point right there, it has a really cool big bomb.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, we couldn't really see it because the buildings are too tall. So it's just really like, I want you to see where that is. Just really want to just like reduce some of the size of these buildings. Added a door there to give like, so because before too you had to run around the building, which was a little awkward. So had a little cut through there. And if we can go to the next slide.
So the points or the entrances to the points should be the tallest thing, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. We want the points to be the tallest, but then they're competing with some of the other side buildings that were just as tall. And then here's an example of like a grand entrance we made. Well, the before. Essentially, when you got to this point, it's just kind of confusing. Like you don't really know where you're supposed to go here.
There's a lot of entrances.
There's
Yeah,
a lot of, sometimes ducks in a lot of spaces.
Yeah, people go to that little, like where that little health pack is there. Like this happened at the sewer point as well, where people go in there thinking it's an entrance, but it's just a health pack, and then they go back out. And the problem with this point is there's like 3 entrances right here, and nobody knows what's on the other side of it. Like you can't really tell what's going to happen until you go in there, for better or worse. And so if you can go to the next slide.
Whoa.
Just like way,
oh
just made it way different.
I love those fans too.
These are so cool.
Yeah, I like the fans. Yeah, our artists are awesome.
When you said, hey, I'm making grand entrances, you really said, I'm making grand entrances.
Yeah, like we had the problem before. People are like, they couldn't tell the difference between the ducts and the sewer sometimes because it's just all like scrap metal. And it would, I mean, it's New Junk City. That's who they are. That's their aesthetic. But it's just hard to differentiate what's what. So like updated a lot of, like you can kind of tell here, like just like push the colors a lot more, gave it a grand entrance. And this one was really interesting too because for a while I was kind of like hitting my head against the wall of like, hey, how can I? What would happen is people get in big fights right outside the entrance or like at the entrances, and we're just having trouble. Like we call it staging areas where you're basically going up to a point and your team posts up and you kind of have a fight before you get onto a point. But what would happen on this point is there'd be 2 staging areas. So basically everybody push up to a point, have a big fight, and then push up again to the point and kind of have another fight. And so I was having trouble kind of figuring out what to do because essentially for the old actually I can go through this in the flat through a little more, but essentially just got really good feedback from my teammates about like, hey, why don't you just like chop off a chunk of the building and make it outside, because the thing is we just kept having too many spots indoors for players to push.
This is way more open now.
Yeah.
If we have less indoors, there's less fights indoors. That makes sense.
Select heroes.
Oh yeah, and this is another change we did.
Amid discord, we will find tranquility.
There's only science to be done.
Take care of each other out there. Keep moving out there. Don't want to give him any easy shots, do we?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing.
Execute.
Escort the
Payload is moving right along.
Behold once more. Discord reconfirmed. Defeat cannot break one who perseveres.
Windborns, spend every moment growing into who you truly are. Up and at 'em. Something for the stick.
Zenyatta is here.
Over here.
You know Zen Mercy is kinda garbage.
Over here.
Soldier 76, reporting for duty. I am accompanying the payload.
Bounding force.
Meteor strike!
Windborn. Paddleboard. Niran. Really?
Form up on the payload. Move it out!
I'm calling it hard.
Some healing?
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Long by the silo. I'm moving the payload. Feel free to join me. Life from life. Rounding forth. Teleport.
9 attack unlocked.
Pushing the payload.
Tactical visor activated.
ไปกับสายลม
Incoming! Meteor strike!
I walked into that one. The numbers do not favor us. Feeling better, I hope.
The enemy is here.
Let's get the spoilers, shall we? Done better.
EMP activated.
Meteor strike!
Apagando las luces.
Complete. Score 3-0. Switching sides. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Another day, another battlefield.
No mistakes. No mercy.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
We have to stop the payload.
Ça, c'est prescription d'order.
Hostile mark. Need healing.
Breaking me down just builds me up.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Enemy over here. Shields under fire.
Meteor strike!
Trust in the process.
Going to get interesting. My turret's getting hit. Time to let off some steam.
Your end is within my reach.
Take us over. Block the payload.
Look at me go!
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
I'm under attack! Shield buckling!
Apagando las luces.
Spend every moment growing into who you truly are.
Look at me go! Soy intocable!
A big hug for a large
Learn
friend.
about that payload!
Can't have it getting worse. Windborne. Poke blossoms anear.
Breaking me down just builds me up.
Unassailable thrower! Let me take care of that for you!
Surrender to my will.
Meteor strike!
Got an enemy
Just
here!
try again.
I'll cover you!
You're bucketed. Apagando las luces. EMP activated.
Surrender to my will. The Mahal. Surrender to my will. Score 3-3.
GR. Close game. This is what happens when you ban Cass. Kiri Sombra Doom Tracer.
Breaking me down just builds me up. Overwatch is here to stay. And we're coming for you next.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
You're mine now.
Stop the payload.
Remember what we've learned. I see one. No, fuck it. I'm under fire.
Tracer no recall. Tracer dead.
I'm under attack.
We're here to be heard.
Trojan horse.
Nice. Very winnable.
Catch you later.
Score 3-3. Switching sides.
Sorry, I'm an anime and super hungover. Uneasy face.
Your end is within my reach.
Breaking
me down just builds me up.
Major pack
We're here
unlocked.
to be heard. Every battle makes me stronger.
Breaking me down just builds me up.
There's no easy way to say this. I read your poetry folder.
What? You had no right.
Don't yell at me. You're both victims here.
I can protect you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Escort the payload.
We got this.
The payload
Helping you recover.
day, another battlefield. Ça, c'est prescription docteur. Mortality shield deployed. Hit 'em hard.
Just wait. We gotta wait for everyone.
Hostile mark.
We cannot give up on our shot of stealth.
I'm gonna target support. Q1.
冻住，不许走。
We're here to be heard.
We have Bob.
Looking satellite vector. Get in there, Bob. Rains from above.
No, that's not good.
Coming up.
GGS. GG. GGS.
You just have to send something to someone. Alright, go back to full screen. Yeah, that's by far the most, like, this is the most cancer fucking game. 19 times. 19 deaths. I mean, that just shouldn't even happen.
hero.
Yeah, I'm just sending. I have to send someone a snapshot of how cancer that game was. "19 deaths to dive. And I was on Brig for the bulk of it, and still can't survive. Atrocious. Atrocious fucking balance. Doom Bomb. Oh, Soj.
Traveling to Suravasa. Prepare for battle. Select your hero. Five, 4, 3,
Spend every
One.
moment growing into who you truly are.
initial flashpoint. Marking.
Looks like you need a timeout.
Here they come. Get ready.
Can't have it getting worse. Fireball.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
We can protect each other now.
Let's get. We're here to be heard.
Careful, we're outnumbered. Join me on the objective.
Огонь по готовности!
Soldier 76.
Our enemies approach.
Recover your strength.
They will.
Back off.
Places. I'm really feeling it.
Вали, увидишь!
You want that louder? If you can. Match this BPM.
My ultimate is charging.
Attack the objective.
Огонь по готовности!
Oh, let's break it!
To pieces.
Party time, let's go! You want that louder? Attacking the objective. Not on my watch. Hang on. Let me use that speed I need. That tried too hard, Lee. Wicking the tank.
You cannot escape me.
Turn it up, turn it up. How's that sound there?
وريهم قوتك.
Yeah, I'll turn it up. That's easier than wait. Match this BPM. Get into the groove, attack subject.
I see a hostile.
Let's get loud.
Fall back.
Fall back.
Dead eyes ready. Let's stick together. Follow me if you can. Acknowledged.
Огонь по готовности!
To pieces.
Fire at will!
Crank up the game.
Ruins lost. Next, Flashpoint Palace.
Winston report.
Oh, let's break it. Damn!
Move up with me. Yeah.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
Kneel to this beat.
وريهم قوتك.
Amp up this beat.
Get the objective. Get over here.
Thanks.
Many thanks.
Receive my
That's
aid.
easier than wait.
Let's show these foes a ruckus.
Beat it up, everyone. There's the reason the beat's going.
Detected.
I'll try something different this time.
Might grab or some big wastes from them.
Another day, another battlefield.
Nice.
Shut up there. Immortality field deployed. Immortality field down. Watch yourself.
We gotta melt that soldier or that Tsar right in front of us. She's melting me.
We all need help every now and then. I got you. Keep performing.
I'm on fire.
I can primal out. Don't die for me.
Tip-top shit.
Receive my aid.
Our ultimate's ready.
Reloading. Stay alive. Light them up. Nice to be the patient function. How about I try that again?
It's probably our soldier who's struggling to go neutral. That's the other position. I'm on him.
Immortality field deployed. Medics on the objective.
On
On one, still one on stairs.
Careful. We're outnumbered. Objective mine. What's everyone else?
Alright. No point really going for honor.
That could have gone better.
Alright. Why would...
It's high noon.